A scorching summer's day in Vrindavan, a young Krishna with his signature peacock feather crown, and a giant, venomous serpent named Kaliya. The Yamuna River, once a pristine heaven for the villagers, had turned into a poisonous nightmare, thanks to the fearsome Serpent Kaliya. His reign of terror had everyone on edge. But except Krishna. Krishna, though mischievous and playful, possessed a wisdom and courage that far exceeded his years. The river Yamuna, now a toxic wasteland, was a place where Krishna and his friends once found joy and solace. The pollution of this sacred river was more than just an environmental disaster, it was a spiritual blight. The villagers of Vrindavan were in a state of constant fear. They whispered tales of Kaliya, a serpent with multiple hoods, whose venom had turned the pure waters of the Yamuna into a deadly poison. The once lively banks of the river were now deserted, and a pall of dread hung over the village. But Krishna, the divine child, was not one to be daunted by such threats. With a heart full of compassion and a mind filled with resolve, he decided to confront the menace of Kaliya. This was not merely about reclaiming a play area, it was about restoring harmony and balance to nature and the lives of the villagers. Despite the pleas of his mother, Yashoda, and the warnings of the villagers, Krishna remained undeterred. He knew that this was a challenge he alone could meet, a divine duty he was destined to fulfill. And so, with divine grace and unwavering resolve, Krishna walked towards the poisoned waters of the Yamuna, ready to face the formidable Kaliya. Little did the villagers know, they were about to witness a miracle that would be spoken of for generations. With unwavering determination, Krishna approached the banks of the Yamuna River. The villagers, paralyzed with fear, watched as their beloved young hero stepped closer to the deadly waters. They had seen the devastation Kaliya's poison had wrought and could not fathom the danger Krishna was willingly facing. The river erupted in a frenzy of foam and turbulence as Kaliya, the fearsome serpent, emerged from the depths. His massive, curled body was as thick as a tree trunk, and his many hoods flared like angry cobras, hissing with fury. The sight was terrifying, yet Krishna remained undaunted. Krishna stood his ground, his divine presence radiating calm and strength. He knew that the time had come to confront Kaliya and free the Yamuna from his poisonous grip. The villagers held their breath, unable to look away from the unfolding drama. In a breathtaking display of agility and divine grace, Krishna leaped onto Kaliya's head, evading the serpent's deadly strike. It was a move that left the villagers in awe, their fear momentarily replaced by hope. They watched in rapt attention as Krishna prepared to subdue the mighty serpent. Then, something extraordinary happened. Krishna began to dance. But this was no ordinary dance, it was a divine, powerful dance that shook the very ground beneath them. Kaliya, bewildered and in agony, struggled to throw Krishna off. Yet, Krishna's divine presence and rhythmic movements only intensified, weakening the serpent with each step. The villagers watched in astonishment as Krishna's divine dance continued. What had started as a confrontation had turned into a mesmerizing display of divine power and grace. Kaliya, once the embodiment of fear, was now at the mercy of Krishna's divine play. As Krishna's dance continued, it became clear that this was no ordinary battle. It was a divine performance, a cosmic dance that symbolized the triumph of good over evil. Each step Krishna took sent waves of divine energy through Kaliya's body, weakening the serpent and diminishing his venomous power. Kaliya, once a formidable force of nature, was now a creature in torment. His mighty hoods, once symbols of his power, drooped in defeat. The villagers, who had gathered in fear, now watched in awe as their young hero tamed the monstrous serpent. Krishna's dance was not just a physical act, it was a manifestation of divine will and cosmic balance. His movements were both beautiful and terrifying, a reminder of the power that lay within him. The villagers could hardly believe their eyes as they witnessed this divine spectacle. With each passing moment, Krishna's dance grew more intense, more powerful. The ground beneath them trembled, and the air was filled with a sense of divine presence. Kaliya, once a symbol of fear, was now a humbled creature, his strength sapped by Krishna's divine energy. Finally, the moment of victory arrived. Kaliya, exhausted and defeated, collapsed in a heap, his strength utterly spent. Krishna, his divine task complete, stopped dancing and stood victorious over the serpent. The villagers, who had witnessed this incredible battle, erupted in cheers and applause. As the dust settled, Kaliya's wives emerged from the depths of the river, their hearts filled with fear and desperation. They approached Krishna, their eyes pleading for mercy. They explained that Kaliya had only sought refuge in the Yamuna out of desperation, not malice. Krishna, ever compassionate and wise, listened to their pleas with a heart full of understanding. He knew that while Kaliya had caused great harm, he was still a creature of God, deserving of mercy. Krishna's divine wisdom saw beyond the immediate threat to the deeper truth of Kaliya's nature. In a gesture of divine compassion, Krishna struck a deal with Kaliya. He would spare the serpent's life if Kaliya promised to leave the Yamuna forever and find a new home where his poison would cause no harm. Kaliya, humbled and grateful, agreed to Krishna's terms, vowing to leave the river and seek refuge elsewhere. With Kaliya's departure, the Yamuna river began to heal, its waters gradually returning to their pristine state. The villagers, who had witnessed Krishna's mercy and wisdom, felt a profound sense of relief and gratitude. They understood that Krishna's victory was not just a triumph of strength, but a testament to his divine compassion. The village of Vrindavan erupted in joyous celebration. The villagers, filled with gratitude and awe, showered Krishna with flowers and chanted his name. They had witnessed a divine miracle, a moment of profound transformation that restored hope and harmony to their lives. Krishna, ever humble and gracious, accepted the villagers' adoration with a smile. He knew that his actions had not only saved the river but had also restored faith and unity among the people. The celebration was not just for the defeat of Kaliya, but for the victory of compassion and divine wisdom. The Yamuna river, once tainted and feared, now flowed clear and pure, a symbol of renewal and divine grace. The villagers knew that they owed this transformation to Krishna, whose divine intervention had restored balance and harmony to their world. The tale of how he turned a deadly encounter into a lesson of compassion and bravery. It reminds us that true strength lies not just in overcoming our foes but in understanding and transforming them.